It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. I'm sure you're going to. Okay, got it. Okay, so we are ready. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this session of the daily briefing. And thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. I can see a lot of people from different places. I can see people who did not take part in last week's session. So that tells me that the word is going around and everybody is doing what is necessary to be able to gain access and conduct transactions on the various platforms. I hope you guys had a good weekend, had a decent weekend. We are heading to the end of this month. It's been a very interesting month with a lot of ups, but also quite a few downs, which we have learned from and we are building on. I would like to take this opportunity to just talk to you briefly about the stuff we are going to look at today. We would go back on how to download the app, how to get the app on your mobile phone. We would go through that quite quickly. And then one of the things we've noticed in the back end is that a lot of people who are putting in a request for their funds to be moved from account into transact do not have an account link, do not have a connect link on their profile on transact. We are going to show you how to access your connect link on the app and how to access your connect link on the web. And then the next thing we are going to look at is, we're going to share some of the general information related to the opportunity with the partners in the US in preparation for its opening. We anticipate that we will open on Thursday. We've given 2 weeks for everyone to set up their downlines, get your people who live in the US, get your family members and friends who live in the US to get set up in the right way so that they can benefit from the opportunity, and those of us who are not in the US can also benefit from this opportunity as we build up towards the phase that will include everyone in the different countries. So we're going to go through that opportunity, and then we'll go into questions. Good evening, Dr. Linus, and welcome.
Good evening, greetings, and welcome to everybody.
I think we're just going to go straight into it because this is just an hour and we're not going to go beyond the hour. The first thing we have planned for this evening is the how to get the app on your mobile phone and how to access the app once you have it on your mobile phone.
Okay,
I've muted everyone. So
thank you very much. I'm just going to share my screen very quickly. I'm going to share my entire desktop. Now, from what you can see on the left-hand side is actually I'm just casting my mobile phone screen to what you see on the left-hand side. Okay, so this is my mobile phone. That's moving on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side is a window on my laptop. So the starting point really is,
so maybe go to home, so that everyone would see how it shows on home.
correct. Okay. Yeah.
On the web, and how it displays on the mobile.
That's right. So that's the home screen. I'm obviously logged in. So if I log out, then you would see what the home screen looks like if you're not logged in online. So that's what it looks like. And that's online on the right, and on the left is on the mobile. But starting first, how do you get the app? You notice I'm actually running, the screen you see on the left is the app. Okay, I just got to it by launching the app. And I'm going to go back to my home screen, and there's the button for the SWIFIN app. So if you click on it, it takes you to the screen that we see here. All right. I'm going to uninstall the app and then go to connect and show you how you add the app to your device. So let's go to the home screen again, and let's remove the app. Okay. The beauty of doing this in the way that we have done it is you no longer need to go to Play Store to look for the app. You no longer need to go to iOS. And if you have any smartphone that has access to the internet, you can add this app to your home screen. So it's gone. Now, what I need to do is go to connect.swifin.com. And connect is your starting point for all services, all applications. Now, the difference between accessing it as a web application, which you now see, is that for the web application, you see the URL bar on the top, which is this area here where you can type the actual URL for the website, in which case where you need to go at all times is connect.swifin.com, and that takes you there. Now, once you get there, if you don't have the app installed, then you would see this pop-up window on the bottom of the screen. I'm just going to move it a little bit more, and it should then appear at the bottom of the screen somewhere. If it doesn't show up immediately, you can always refresh. Okay, there it is. So to install the app, you click here. You don't need to go to Play Store. You don't need to go to iOS, Apple Store, nothing. You just click right here. And that window will come up. You click on install, and it should then install the app on your home screen. If you wait a little bit, you will get a pop-up saying that it's actually been added to your home screen, and you can just launch the app from there whenever you want to access the application. There you go. That's the window on the top, says SWIFIN added to home screen. Now, if I go to my home screen again, there it is. That is the app right there. I can launch it by just clicking on it in the usual way, and that will come up. And notice the difference between the app. With the app, you don't have the URL bar on the top. But with the web app, you have the option to enter the URL bar on the top. Okay, now why have we done it this way? This is actually the new technology. This is the way things are moving. And we've learned from the experience that we had before that whenever we made changes, we would have to upload the changes on Google Play Store and iOS. And that meant a lot of background work involved on every change. And because we are actually in agile mode where we make changes on a daily basis because of the nature of the community, that was not sustainable. And many of you will remember that we went through a period when, in fact, the app on iOS was not updated for a long time. It's just because every time there was a change, you had to actually upload a new app and wait for Apple to approve it. And you do the same with Google Play Store. And so we decided to use this new technology, which is called PWA. It's Progressive Web Applications. And that enables us, for the first time, to make changes in real time. And those changes will always be available to you. And you don't even have to install the app again. Once you've done it once, you've done it. And you don't have to do it again, ever. okay? And whenever you uninstall it or you change your phone, you don't have to worry. You just go to the website, click a simple link and get it. Now, that's one way of installing it through that pop-up window. The other way is to actually use the three dots on the top of the screen. So I'm going to close this and just go back to connect.swifin.com, which is here. So you just go to connect.swifin.com through the URL bar. And then when you touch on these three dots on the top right-hand corner next to the number of tabs that are open, which is this one here, when you click that, you get this option here. Now it's saying open app, open SWIFIN, okay? It's saying open SWIFIN because I actually already have the app installed. But if the app was not installed, the option there would be to add it to the home page. Okay, so let's remove the app, i.e. uninstall it, and then let's see how we can install it using this method. Okay, so I'm going to just again go to the home screen where the app is, and I'm just going to uninstall it. So let's uninstall that app. When decline the call. Now it's uninstalled. So I'm going to go back to the URL and click on these three dots on the top right-hand corner. And that reveals the menu to add to home page. Okay, that's the second method of actually installing the app. If I click on that option to add to home page, it will then come with this window which says SWIFIN Connect, add to home page. Just click add, and that's how you install it from the URL. You can do this from any smartphone by just simply going to the website. Now, let's go back on the home screen and see that the app is installed, and we can open it again just to make sure that it is there. So back to home screen, and let's just have a look. There it is. There is the app, SWIFIN. So to launch it and go into it, you just click, and there you go. It opens, and you get up to the home screen. Now, the next thing is that we have recently discovered that many people don't actually know how to get their Connect profile link. The Connect profile link is very important. It is really very important. And the reason we introduced it is because within continental Africa, and we want to drive access to every household, to everybody. But the ID verification system is actually not very efficient. And we cannot use the Western style of ID verification when in fact the infrastructure that is available within continental Africa to support that is not there. So we need to design homegrown solutions that work for the people in the various environments where we want to deliver the service. And so one of the things that we have in our pipelines is a community vetting process of getting access to certain services. So we might launch a service, and for you to participate in that service, you might have to earn a certain number of votes from the community in order to be given access to that service, because there is no other methodic way of identifying you. But we all have grown up in small communities or small towns or cities where we know our neighbors. I grew up in a small town where, in fact, I knew everybody in that town, every child, and every parent, every adult knew me. And if they saw me somewhere and they thought that I wasn't doing or behaving the way I should, you can rest assured that within minutes, the news will get to my parents. And so we have this saying that it takes a whole village to bring up a child. And to this day, many communities are still arranged or around that. And even those that have migrated or moved away from the local communities and live in cities, we still have the phenomenon of Jangi.
I muted everyone. There's a bit of background noise.
Okay, that's super. Thank you. So the community element when dealing with a community like ours cannot be overemphasized. It's so important. And that's where the community link comes in. It's your profile within the community. So how do you get that link? You can get that link. You can get that link in a number of ways, in 2 ways. I will show you how you get it on the application, on the mobile app. If you're using the mobile app, as most people do, more than 95% of our users, community members, rely on a smart device. And then I'm going to also show on the web application online. Can I just confirm that you can still see? I'm still sharing my screen, and you can see both sides of that screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay, that's very good. So let's start with the mobile app on the left-hand side. Your Connect link is actually the link to your profile picture. So for some of you who have your profile picture uploaded, it will be, you just click on your photo on the top right, and it will reveal that menu. And then you click on the actual photo, okay? And that typically should lead you to your profile. That's my profile, okay? And so the link to this profile is your profile link. Now, the question is, I'm using the app and I don't see the URL on the top. So the question is, how do I get it? And this is where many people get stuck. But don't worry. You look at this share button. If you click this share button, it actually comes up with the option to share that link. And if you click on copy, then you have copied your profile link exactly the way it should be. You don't have to worry about typing it. You don't have to worry about doing anything, but you can also send it on WhatsApp. So if you are doing business with somebody and you want them to have a look at your profile link, you can actually share it. You can share it on Facebook, you can share it on WhatsApp, you can share it on Telegram, you can share it on LinkedIn, you can share it everywhere. And at the click of a button, people will be able to come to your profile link. Now, imagine if you are a business person or you are a professional who is offering services of any kind, and you want people to know what services there are that you are offering. Then your profile link is where you really should list all the services and products that you're offering, so that when people come there, they can see it. Remember, what we are doing is creating a community where people can exchange value. So Connect is about connecting people and businesses to opportunities. And to be able to do that, people need to find you easily and conveniently. And so you can see, I have just shared my profile link with Brodambi. And so you notice that the profile link is https://connect.swifin.com/profile/LETUBE. Now, LETUBE in this case is my Connect user name, okay? That is my Connect username. That is the name that I enter on Connect to log into my Connect account. And so your profile link is simply the first part of it, all the way to profile, which is standard for everybody, and then / your username. That's how you get it. It is very easy to share. It is very easy to send to somebody. It is very easy to copy. You don't have to worry about even typing it. So let me show you again on the mobile app. Now, it would be the same if you are using this from your mobile phone, using the mobile app or the web application. So let's have a look at the web application. On the web application, remember, you can see the URL bar on the top. Okay, same thing. You click on your profile image or photo, and then you click again on your actual photo. And that should actually then take you to your Connect profile. And everybody's Connect profile would look somewhat like this, okay? When you log in, it would look like this. It might look different if you have a different background picture, but generally it would look like this. And then from there, you can do two things. If I now go to I'm not so sure whether if I click here, it will obviously display something else. But this is another place where you can then copy. So you can click on the URL and you can copy. But I find that instead of messing around with that, it is best to just click on share. Okay. When you click on share, again, it will bring up this window where you can post it on Twitter, you can post it on Facebook, you can copy the link, okay, into your, you can just copy the link. You can share it on LinkedIn, you can share on Reddit, on Pinterest, on Google bookmarks, on Telegram, and also on WhatsApp, okay? If you wanted to just copy it, then this is a place where you go and you copy it. And now you've copied it. So if you are filling a form and you are asked to provide your profile link, this is where you actually come and get it. And then just paste it where you want to paste it. Now, if I go to WhatsApp, let's say that I did not select share using WhatsApp, and I just go to, let me just open WhatsApp here. If I just go to WhatsApp, and I go to the same place where I shared it with Brother B, I can just now paste it because I've copied it. And you see, you get exactly the same thing. So that is the profile link. And if I click send, I have sent it again to Brother B on WhatsApp. You can send it by email. You can do whatever you need to do. The important thing is that once Brother B gets it and clicks on it, or when I click on it myself, you will see that it takes you straight into the app and it will open that profile link. Okay. There you go. Now, how do you get the same link using the web application online if you are using a tablet or you're using a computer? So I'm going to put my phone down, and we're now going to do this on the screen that you see on the right-hand side. In fact, I am going to make that screen bigger to occupy the whole screen, and then we will just take a look at it. I will start by logging in, because of course you cannot get your profile link if you're not logged in. So you must log in first. So if I click on login, my username and password are already there. So I can just click the button and it should let me in. I am now logged in. So once I'm logged in, I can do one of two things. I'm going to try and hide this menu on the top here. Just see, hide fleeting controls. That's it. So now if I click on my profile picture, which is here, so it's the same thing. You can click it on this menu on the left, and it will give you nearly the same result. So I click on that, and it should take me to my profile. Or I do exactly like I did on the mobile phone. Okay, so that's the same thing. And you notice that now, because we can actually see the URL, that URL is connect.swifin.com/profile/LETUBE, where LETUBE is actually my Connect username. And so the whole of this URL is your Connect profile link. Okay, that is how, that is what people and community members would use to be able to find you. Now, if you don't, the other way to get it, of course, let me go back to the home page. The other way to get it, of course, I said on the mobile, this menu, this user menu on the left-hand side, you notice is not actually shown on the mobile phone, but it is shown on a laptop or tablet. On a mobile phone, you just see this section in the middle. So to be consistent, let's go again to the picture on the top right. Now, the moment you actually point your mouse to the picture on the top right, you will see that your profile link is actually displayed. But don't worry, just click on it and you will get the menu, the same menu that you see displayed on the mobile phone will be displayed here, okay? You can then click on that picture again. You click on it, and that is what should also take you to your profile in the same way that we did on the mobile phone. And guess what? Your profile link is what you can copy, you can see in the URL. But to be consistent with getting this on the mobile phone, you can simply just go to this share button can see the share button here. When you click share, you get this displayed in exactly the same way that it was displayed on the mobile phone, where you can share on WhatsApp, Telegram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, or you can just simply copy the link, okay? So if I simply just click on copy, and I've just copied the link, I can go to a new browser tab, and I can just simply paste the link and hit return, and it will take me straight to my profile link. So that's why the profile link, it will take me straight to my profile. That's why the profile link is so important. So that's how you get it on a mobile, on a computer, if you're using a computer. And also, if you are using a mobile phone, that's how you get it, as I have explained. So let me just minimize this so that we go back to the mobile phone screen, or at least you can see both the mobile phone screen and the other one. It's just the way it's displayed on the web application when you are accessing it from a computer. It's just slightly different from the way that you see it on the mobile phone. But the all important thing you need to note is this share, the share button or the share link, okay, which is the same share link that you see here on the mobile. And that's how you get it. So I'm going to stop there. It is so important when you submit a request to transfer your Lumi from your account into your Transact, you need to provide this link. It gives the opportunity for the team that are approving the transactions to make sure that the transaction is from the right person and it is going into the right account. And so, because this profile link would be used to determine access to certain community services, it is important that you make sure whatever information that you put there actually matches the information that you have on your ID that you submit on Transact. Okay, that's so important. And we just all need to work together to make sure that we keep to that process, to ensure that we can process we can process any requests or transactions much faster. All right. So I'm going to stop there and over to you, Brother B. Now also stop sharing the screen. Thank you. Brother B, are you there? Have we lost?
He is muted. He's there, but he's here, but he's muted.
Okay, yes, I can see he's muted. I'm going to just, because he needs to talk through the card, the US card program or account program. Let me just try and signal him. But in the meantime, if there are any questions from what you have seen on how to get and access, one, how to install the app, and two, how to access your profile link, your Connect profile link, we can go through those questions now while we wait for Brother B to come online.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. That was very well explained. Thank you very much. I have one question about it. At the beginning, when you showed the app on the left-hand side on the mobile device,
yes,
I did not quite see what you clicked on to get that to get it to say install the app.
Okay. I can go through that again, just as a reminder for everyone. Let me share my screen again, if you don't mind. I'm going to share the entire screen. And the left-hand side is my mobile phone. Okay, so that's the app installed on my phone. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to uninstall it. So uninstall the app. Okay. And that will take the app off. Now, once the app is removed, just go straight to connect.swifin.com. Connect.swifin.com. And that will take you to this home screen. Now, once you're on the home screen, just carry on using it as normal, and you will see a pop-up on the bottom of the screen. Now, that's a pop-up on the bottom of the screen. If you click the little X to the right, it will remove the pop-up, and you may have to refresh for it to be displayed again. But at this point, you can simply just click on Add. Can everybody see that pop-up on the bottom of the screen? Can everybody see this? It says Add SWIFIN Connect to your home screen.
Yes, Dr. Linus.
Yes, so that is the pop-up, and that's where you click to install the app. Okay.
And is that the same for the iOS device?
It will be the same for the iOS device, but if you don't see this, there is another way. There are two ways to install it. So that's one way. The second way is you go to these three dots on the top right of your screen, and then just click it. Now, if you click it, it will say install app. Okay. Of course, you have to be on connect.swifin.com, and it will say install app. If I click on that install app, it will come up with this window to say install, okay, for inclusive value exchange. So I click on install, and it will install the application on my home screen. Give it a few minutes.
Okay, I'm going in mine. All right. I don't see. Let me see. Okay, I'm in connect.swifin.com on my phone. Okay, I'm logged in. I'm logged in.
Yes.
Now, if I go down to the bottom, I see home, connect, account, transact media. Transact media, but let me get rid of this little ad there. Mailbox helps, plans. And then there's a red line at the bottom there, but it doesn't say, it doesn't show.
What are you using? Are you using iOS or Android?
iPhone. Yeah, iPhone.
Okay, now that is a pop-up. Now, if you have pop-ups blocked, then you may not, on your phone, then you may not see it. But if you don't see it, do you have these three dots? I mean,
no, what I have is three little bars. At the top, that's the menu. If I click on it, okay, I see home, connect, account, transact.
Okay, that's actually what you're pointing at is this three bars next to your profile picture, which is the actual connect menu.
Got you. That's the one that's the one I see. But at the bottom, I have a forward one. If I click on it, it says, I can add the bookmark. It say add bookmark, and it also say add to home screen.
Oh, add to home screen. That's the one you need.
Okay. Now I did that before, and then I click on add. All right.
Yes.
And then it does put that icon there, but it doesn't seem to actually install it.
All right. That's something we'll take a look at. I don't have an iPhone with me right here. I will make sure that I have an iPhone tomorrow.
What? Just one more question to clarify.
Yes.
If you were trying to uninstall this one that's on your desktop now, what option does it give you? Does it say uninstall, or does it just say delete? I just want to see, because when I try to press down on it to uninstall it, I get three options. It says edit home screen, share bookmark, or delete bookmark. It doesn't say uninstall, so that's why I don't know.
Then if it's iOS, then that is delete. The all important thing is if you click on that,
it does go to that page.
Does it take you to the application?
Yes.
Perfect. Then you have to actually successfully install it.
I'm in there when and I don't see the, SWIFIN.connect anywhere on that page. And I do see
yes, if you launch the app, I've said that there are two, the difference between when you are running it from the app and running it from the web is that on the web, you see the URL bar on the top. Okay, you see that URL bar on the top of my screen.
Yes, I don't see it when I'm there.
Yes, you will not see it if you are using the app. Okay, so let me open the app. If I go now and then open SWIFIN, that is the app now opening, and the app doesn't have that bar on the top at all. Okay, the app is a very clean, simple screen without the URL bar. So that is correct. Okay.
Thank you.
For me, as you can see here, for me to launch the app, I would just click on the icon.
Can you just press on it as though you're trying to uninstall it? I just want to see what options pop up.
Okay, on Android, this is Android.
Yes.
If I press down on it, those are the, if I press down on it, those are the options I get.
Okay, you have uninstall. You have the uninstall option. Okay, we don't have that on my iOS. That's only different.
Okay, what options do you have? You have delete?
When I have, let me see, if I press down on it, I get edit home screen, share bookmark, or delete bookmark.
Okay, then you use delete. In my case, I always use uninstall, so that removes it. And then I click OK, and it's gone. Usually like that. Okay, and then once it's gone, I would then have the option to be able to install it again when I visit the site. So when I go there now and I scroll up or down, I should be able to have that pop up again. I might just need to refresh, and then when I refresh, I should get the option coming on the bottom of my screen. There you go. Oops, there you go. There it is. Now I can just click that red add button and it will install it. If the button doesn't show up on your device, again, go to the three dots on the top right of your screen. Now, and then click install app.
Yes, you have the install app option. Yeah,
I
don't have that option. When I go to my main menu up there, I don't have that option.
Okay, so this is iOS. Sorry, this is Android. The mobile phone I'm using is Android.
I understand. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess if someone else on the line, in the meeting, if they have an iOS, what do they see? Do any of them see that install pop up at the bottom? Okay, that's good. I'm good, I think, for now.
All right, very good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I got pulled into something which was a bit urgent. I'm sure, Dr. Linus, I saw that you tried to call.
Yes, I just wanted to bring you in. I just to summarize. We've gone through how you.
No, I've been watching.
Yeah.
No, I've been watching. I've been watching. So I saw when you were trying to call that, and I was sending you a message to say that carry on with questions. So in the meantime, my suggestion is going to be that for anyone who has any other additional questions, please raise your hands. I'm going to go through the USA opportunity just for informational purposes at the moment. And I would give a bit of a guide as to what we can all do now in anticipation for the open date. We are possibly going to schedule it for Thursday. And Thursday, the meeting will start 1 hour, 30 minutes later than the regular time. So it will start 8:30 SA time or GMT +2. It's on the links that must have been shared. We shared it on Connect already early this morning. And I'm sure all the, it's gone into the groups and all of that. So on the US opportunity, I'm going to just give a quick overview of what this opportunity stands for. So at the moment, we are actually building a network that that creates a bridge and creates a transition from the old economy to the new economy that we would want to see, right? For that reason, we are now putting in place a certain number of partnerships and integrations with traditional banks, some of which are, are digital banks, but that are playing in the traditional banking environment. We have put together a partnership with a banking partner in the US for our members who are in the US. You must be a resident in the US to participate. But the beauty about this opportunity is that every one of us possibly have a friend who lives in the US. Every one of us possibly has maybe a relative or something of, someone of the sort who lives in the US. You can have those people set up their accounts on Connect account and transact so that they are able to get their 16-digit SWIFIN number, because it's an important criteria for opening that account in the US. For you to be able to open that account in the US, they would ask you for your 16-digit SWIFIN ID. Yeah, and that number is what would give you access to the benefits that I'm going to talk about. The first benefit is that any one of our members who gets this account will be able to get an overdraft of up to $200, right? And in addition to that, they will receive a Visa card that they can use across all the retailers, or anywhere in the US, including retailers and ATM machines and all of that. Yeah. Another very important benefit of this account is that you would be able to, anyone who has that account would be able to get between 5 and 7% cash back on their purchases. So if you go to the store, you use the card from this account, you are able to get between 5 to 7% cash back on your purchases. And then another benefit is that if you receive your salary or it's a government check that's paid into that account, you are able to get an advance payment up to 2 days before the payday. Let's say your payday is on Wednesday, you will be able to get your salary today or that payment today from the bank in anticipation for the payment that's meant to come on Wednesday. Then there are also gift card benefits, which you are going to get of up to 7%. Another very important benefit of this account is that when you have the account and you refer one person, you would get $50 into your account. Okay? If you refer 10 people, you would get $50 times 10. If you refer 1,000 people, you would get $50 times 1,000. So all our members, all our downlines that are in the US, please inform them, please connect them, please make sure that everyone that you had opened an account for in the US, that they are properly seated, as your downline in account, so that when commissions get paid, you, even though you do not live in the US, you'll be able to receive those commissions in your account in USD. Someone asked last week, how do the people who are not in the US going to be able to access those funds? They are going to be able to access the funds through a number of mechanisms that we are putting in place. We will inform you in due course what those mechanisms would be for your specific country where you are. Interesting, today I saw that we have, people even up to Philippines who have accounts with us. Someone sent me a message that they are in the Philippines, and I went through their account and I saw a whole, just to help them to set up properly and all of that. So we have people all over. Yeah. There's something that is also very, very serious in the US, which is bad credit. So a lot of people have bad credit. They cannot access anything because they have bad credit. With this account, there is a module in there that would help to repair accounts, that people who have accounts that are in bad credit. Okay. And then there are also savings vaults, like savings pockets that you can open within this account. They give you up to 5 savings pockets. Say, for example, you want to study next year and you want to be saving up for it. As you save, you receive up to about 2.5% per annum on that account. Yeah. So there is, those are just some of the headline benefits that you get with this account. I'm going to stop here, but there's a lot more. We are anticipating, based on the work we are doing in the background, that would open it up to the community for people to start opening their accounts on Thursday. Hopefully between today and Thursday, we would have gotten through we have 2 key items that we need to clear up. But in the interim, we have already integrated with the bank. It's all ready. People can go in and register. We just need to clear up 2 key items that are going to be beneficial for everyone. So thank you very much. That's what I wanted to talk about related to the US opportunity. I see that there's no hand raised, which means, there are no questions. I'm glad that everyone is understanding where we are going and everyone knows where we are going. I can see Samuel. Samuel has just raised his hand. We'll take a few questions. We're heading towards the top of the hour. This is meant to be just 1 hour. Samuel, you have the floor. Samuel, you have the floor.
Hello. Yeah, good evening to everyone in the meeting.
Good evening, Samuel.
My name is Samuel from Kenya. I just wanted to ask about 2 questions or 3. First of everything is about transaction verification.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you properly, Samuel. Please speak clearly, or otherwise just put your question on the chat. It's breaking very badly. I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now?
Or
Yes,
you
I can
can
hear
try
you.
to switch off your video. Switch off your video, brother.
Okay. Thank you. Now can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Yes,
hear. Go
we
ahead.
can hear you.
Yeah, I had just around 2 questions.
Okay.
First of everything is about the verification of transact, about the KYC verification.
Okay.
I have come to discover that there is some people who are using old documents, very old documents, and they understand about the KYC. It needs all a very clear document.
Yeah.
But I came to discover that there is some more people are using very, very old documents for registration. My question is that how will we help those people who have got those old documents about the KYC verifications?
All right.
My second question is that in the dashboard where I came to discover, I can see we have some ads, more ads in our dashboard. My question is that, can we please reduce those ads or completely remove all of them if we can? Because when I'm assisting people to register, I get a very difficult situation through registration because of those ads. Can we please do reduce those ads?
Okay, thank you, Samuel. Are those the two questions? I'm just rushing you because we are heading to the top of the hour.
Yeah, the other question is about my account. That is my account.
Okay,
I don't
what's
have
wrong
access
with
to
it?
I don't have access to my transact because I registered, and when I registered, it is asking me about the OTP, but I'm not receiving any notification of OTP. That is one.
You must check in. You must check in the mail. It means that it means, you know, I'm taking it from the last one, the one that's asking for OTP. It means you accepted a two-factor authentication. You accepted a two-factor authentication when you registered. So two-factor authentication is that for when you register, and there's a place there where they ask you whether you want to have two-factor authentication, so that every time you want to do a transaction, Google, basically what you need to do is that you need to download Google this thing, so that it will be able to push an instant password to you for you to be able to use that to access. We can take a look at that if you don't want it to take it off. But it means that when you were registering, you activated a two-factor authentication. I wanted to ask Samuel just one quick question. Is he accessing on mobile mainly or on web? But that notwithstanding, you know, guys, we have to understand that the ads you are seeing on the platform, that is the only way at the moment that we are raising a bit of money, which is not even, it's nothing. It's not, it can't even keep this infrastructure on, right? We would get to a place where all the ads would run only on the TV channel that we are creating. We'll get to that place. But at this stage, you know, those ads we can reduce as we do. We kind of reduce from time to time, so that, you know, where people are getting confused. But we have tried to make sure that the interface is very simple, very direct, and it's not complicated for anyone. If you are on the mobile, you just maybe need to scroll up or scroll down to access and move the ads out of your site. The other thing about old document, this is a very, very important question that Samuel asked, because Samuel is doing a lot of work in Kenya. We acknowledge the work you are doing, Samuel. That's one of the main reasons why we are talking about the Connect link, because that is one way for us to fully identify someone. So if some people are putting in old IDs and IDs that are not very visible, we also triangulate it with their Connect account, and we are able to know more or less whether it's the same person or not. Yeah. So yeah. So I hope that answers your question. On the one on the OTP, please open a ticket on that, and then we'll see how we take you out of the two-factor authentication if, when we show you, you do not want it. Because I think for most people, if you understand how it works, you would want it. Okay. I see that there are no more questions, and we are literally on the top of the hour. We are going to bring this to a close. Dr. Linus?
Yes, thank you very much, Brother Mbi. I think what we can do is move the two-factor authentication issue to tomorrow. We can create some time tomorrow to discuss that so everybody is clear on it.
We will show it. Yeah, we are going to go into it, but because I think everybody really, if you have an account like this one, you would want to have a two-factor authentication. That there's no way you just want the account that anybody who stumbles on it should just be able to access. You would want some kind of authentication before someone can access.
Yeah. So thank you very much for today's session. Let's meet again tomorrow. I always take this opportunity to remind that we have embarked on a journey to achieve what has never been done before, to create an inclusive community for individuals, businesses, governments, and community groups, so that together as part of that community, we can enable access into every household so that people can participate in the new digital economy, but also have access to a singular instrument of exchange wherever they are. And that singular instrument of exchange is Lumi. In terms of the 3 accounts that you have, Connect brings you together, all of us together as a community. The account holds your Lumi, and Transact enables you to use your Lumi with a local currency experience. We need access to all those 3 for us to achieve our goals. And as part of that exercise, we are going to, over the coming months, also engage with other institutions, regulated financial institutions, kingdoms, and others, as we roll out the Lumi and as we begin to introduce it to other institutions for us to realize our 2 objectives, that of inclusive access for everyone, and that of having an equitably accessible instrument of exchanging value, which is the Lumi. So let's press on. If you try to access Transact this evening, we're actually doing some work on it. You may have noticed that perhaps you may have some challenges when you try to do certain things. Just be patient. We're working on it to implement some of the changes that have come up in the conversations that we've had over the last several daily hour discussions. So thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Linus, and thank you everyone for joining this session. And I would end by saying that we have received quite a number of questions, in the comment or suggestions in the comment. So for the session of tomorrow, we are going to also look at how to raise a ticket, because it looks as if some people are still finding it difficult to raise a ticket. We're going to take a few minutes and just show everyone how to raise a ticket. The other thing is related to passwords, verification, and all of that. We are going to go through, a portion of the meeting tomorrow is going to look at passwords. When someone has forgotten their password, or someone cannot remember their password, or they've lost their password, how do they regenerate or recreate a password for their accounts? So thank you all so much for joining this evening, and we are looking forward to connecting again tomorrow. Have a good evening, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Good evening to you too. Good evening, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good
Good
night.
night, everyone.
Good evening, good night. Thank you.
Good night, good night, good night, Dr. Linus, Brother B.
Bye, everyone.